Hey, how's it going? It's Sunday, so it's time for devotion and updates. There's a lot going on. Let's just be honest. A lot in the world. Things are looking kind of crazy. But, we've been doing that challenge, right? We're on version 3 of the Streaks Challenge, which we're reading through Proverbs. And actually, our chapter for today talks a little bit like that. And it kind of made me think, and God really spoke to me about some of the stuff going on, and maybe like what we need to be doing in this time. And the chapter 8. So today is day 7 of June. So it's chapter 8 because remember we started on the 31st of last month. So we're kind of like one day off. So today is 8, and it says wisdom calls for a hearing. So it's doing something called personification, right? The writer here is saying that wisdom is a person, and they're giving it attributes of a person, saying like, listen to me, or how you ask someone to listen to you, or it's giving them attributes to basically show how wisdom acts, or how it behaves, or how it acts in certain situations. And this chapter is fascinating, but the thing that really stood out to me is in verse 6, or it starts in verse 6. It says, listen to me. And there's an exclamation mark after that. Listen to me. Right? For I have important things to tell you. Everything I say is right, for I speak the truth and detest every kind of deception. My advice is wholesome. There is nothing devious or crooked in it. My words are plain to anyone with understanding, clear to those with knowledge. Choose my instruction rather than silver, and knowledge rather than pure gold. For wisdom is far more valuable than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with it. Now, wisdom, remember, as we've talked about, is knowing and then doing. It is knowledge. Knowledge is knowing. Wisdom is acting on that knowledge, right? And you've probably seen a lot of stuff we posted on Facebook and Instagram and a number of other places, verses and things like that specifically, as of late, have been addressing racism and how God calls all of us his masterpieces and loves every single one of us and calls us as Christians to do that same thing. And that's the wisdom of God, is the fact that he loves everyone, right? That's the thing that we know from reading the Bible. And then the wisdom is treating other people with love and compassion and understanding. And one of the things that really sticks out to me here in verse 6 is that first part that says listen. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I know growing up, like, I wasn't the best listener. Just to be fair, I wasn't. I was very stubborn. I don't know if you've ever been this way, but I guess maybe you have. Like, if someone's talking to you, you're waiting to say something when they finish talking, or taking a breath, and you're thinking about the next thing, right? And I think what's coming up a lot right now is people want to be heard, right? We need to be better listeners. Not just to other people, but to God in our own lives. And listening to God is reading the Bible, spending time with him, making time to listen there and listen to other people. And not that your story isn't important, because your story is absolutely important. But we need to listen to other people and try to understand where they're coming from and empathize and create that bridge of understanding, because everybody has a story. We've been talking about that on Wednesday. We talked about that last Wednesday. Everybody has a story. And we need to understand people's struggles, and we need to understand what they go through that may be different than what we go through. And help them, and when we have power to make those voices known for the people that can't speak for themselves. We have that call by God, right? The things that we are given, we use to take care of others. And if you continue to read through this chapter, verse 32 says, and so my children, listen to me, for all who follow my ways are joyful. Right? If you follow God's wisdom, if you learn God's wisdom, if you listen to God, and then you do what he asks you to do, like caring for other people, listening to other people, taking time out of your life to care for others, right? For all who follow my ways are joyful. Listen to my instruction and be wise. Don't ignore it. Joyful are those who listen to me, watching for me daily at my gates, waiting for me outside my home. For whoever finds me finds life and receives favor from the Lord. But those who miss me injure themselves. All who hate me love death. Now, pretty strong words, but listening to God and building that relationship with him, like eagerly, as these verses say, like pursuing his truth, listening to him, and kind of like pushing down what we may think is best, or what we've been told, or what we have learned over the years, right? A lot of people are saying a lot of things right now. That's just the way the world is. And it's like, how do I know what's true? How do I know what's untrue? And the reality is, like, we are taught not to follow partisan lines. We're taught to follow Christ, right? We're taught to soak this up and then listen to God and then act on that through his power to care for other people, because everyone is loved by God. So that's the devotion for today. Those are the verses that stood out to me. The 6, listen, and then towards the end, like 31 through 36, those stood out to me too, because like if you listen, this is what you get from being wise. You get joy, right? It is a cool thing to get to share in other people's stories, be empathetic with other people, and get to lift them up and really learn about them and build communities and learn things you probably didn't know. Because as I say often, you don't know what you don't know. Now you may laugh, but it's true, right? We don't know other people's stories. We don't know other people's struggles unless we ask them what they are. And then steps to take. We've been talking a lot about action, right? We started talking about that Wednesday, to get informed, start learning about things. We will be posting. We have been posting resources and ways that you can start thinking about these topics, right? And I highly encourage you to do that as you do this, as you dig into the Bible. If you have questions, get up with me. I would love to talk to you. So this week, we're going to be doing our regular stuff. On Tuesday, from 6:30 to 8:30, we're going to be doing Fortnite if you want to jump on. If you don't have my Epic account name already and you would like to be part of that, we would love you to jump on and play games with us. It's always a great time. Wednesday, from 6 to 7:30, we're going to continue the More Than a Hashtag series. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. We're going to continue to talk about social justice and things like racism and start those conversations, and like how we can take action to really grow in our knowledge and understanding of kind of like some of the issues and most importantly what God says about us, about the world and the way it is, and things that he is calling us to do, the responsibility he has given us as his followers, as followers of Christ, followers of God, as just Christians, and the way he designed the world to work. So, and then Thursday from 2:30 to 4:30, we have game day, which is always a lot of fun. We get to play games. We're going to talk more about Proverbs and the wisdom that is contained within, and it's just going to be a great time. And we hope you join us. We love you guys. You're amazing. You matter so much to us. We love you guys. Can't wait to hear more of your stories. Can't wait to share more experiences with you. And just can't wait to see you again. Hopefully things are going well. And remember, we're always here if you need us. If you just want to talk or need anything at all. Have a good one.